Alright, so the customer complaint on this one is a check engine light and a rough running engine. Let's take a look. Alright, this is a cylinder number 2 compression test. This is one of the cylinders that was showing that it was misfiring. So we're going to check the compression on it, see what we got. Compression tester is showing that there is 0 pressure on that cylinder, so it's likely that there's a valve problem, but we're going to check the next cylinder and see what we got. It's going to be cylinder 4 compression test. There we go. Alright, so on that cylinder we're showing 150 psi. Alright, so what we have here is a 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee with the 4.7 liter engine. Customer complaint was that the engine ran rough, check engine lights. We ran the codes, it was showing misfire in cylinder 2 and 4. First thing we did was change the spark plugs, check the coils, make sure they were working correctly. Everything was working, it still had a misfire. I also noticed that there was some flames coming out the exhaust, a raw fuel smell, so that prompted me to check to make sure the injectors were working properly, they weren't stuck open. Fuel pressure showed that the injectors were holding pressure when the engine was off. No signs of them leaking into the cylinders, so I didn't suspect that that was an issue at that point in time. Checked the computer to make sure that it wasn't, the driver wasn't just completely keeping the injectors wide open while the engine was running. That seemed to be fine. And then we decided to go ahead and do a compression check here. So as you can see, the front cylinder number 2 on the passenger side was showing no compression at all. Maybe like 1 pound it was trying, but evidently there's no compression in that cylinder. Cylinder number 4 has 150 pounds of pressure, so that's good. But as you can see, we have a dead cylinder on cylinder 2. Now, these 4.7 liter engines are known to drop valve seats at complete random times. They will run fine, they'll be driving down the road, and then it'll just drop a valve seat. Now, I have seen a situation where somebody started their truck up in the morning, let it warm up, and then while they were in the house, they noticed that the truck shut off. Went out to try to start it back up and the engine was locked. In that situation, it actually dropped a valve into the piston and locked the engine up. Like I said, this is very common. This happens on a lot of these 4.7s. It's a well-known problem with these. This engine particularly has lower miles, 130,000 miles, so it's kind of unfortunate that it happens to these, but I mean, this is, like I said, it's a well-known problem with the 3.7, 4.7, and 5.7 Hemi engines from Dodge. So we have a valve problem going on underneath this valve cover. I don't know. I haven't gone any further yet, obviously, but that's the verdict here.